We are Ben and MP, and we bought a sinking and rotten wooden boat which we've been rebuilding for 2 years now. When we thought all the rot was gone for good, we found mushrooms living on our boat and more humidity that needed to be tackled. When the sun was up, we took the chance to work with fiberglass, and when the rain came, we rented a workshop to work on other projects. Join us today and don't forget to subscribe as we're getting closer and closer to Splash Day.
And one more thing, your favorite guy is back, Nezo, so let's get to it.
We are having to break these front windows of our pilot house because they leak. When it rains, we have water inside, and we know that rainwater and wood are really enemies, and that causes rot, which we don't want. So these 3 windows are going to be removed. We're gonna check the state, see what we have to replace, maybe just little pieces of wood and not too much, we'll see. And I'm gonna show everything about this, so we hope you enjoy this.
So heavy?
How thick is it? Whoa! 10 millimeters glass. Clear sign of rot. Mushrooms growing inside the windows, so I'm very happy we're removing all this.
Maior é necessário. Esse aqui assim, ó, vai aqui, ó. Faz a voltinha aqui assim, certinho aqui, ó.
I'd like to pause here to just remind everyone how amazing the use of wedges is when building, deconstructing or constructing a boat.
Vazio, ó, puxando ele que ele não quer perder um centavo. Mais pretinho aí, aqui, ó. Essa aqui não precisa pular, ela mais feia. É coto. É coto também ele? Ó, vamos cortar aqui, ó, aqui ele dá 7. Aí é só limpar aqui, ó. Ó.
How cool is this? Good old times. Nezu measuring, cutting, planing the pieces. Are you following us since those moments when Nezu was doing everything, or are you new here? Comment below because I want to know.
Aí, para aí.
This roof has now been completely sanded, so the epoxy layer we already applied to it is kind of scratched and ready to receive the first layer of fiberglass with epoxy. Now the next steps are going to be cleaning it as well as we can with a clean rubbing alcohol or ethanol and cloths and compressor and so on, so that we can then apply the first layer of fiberglass, which is going to be very cool because then this will also be waterproof and we won't have to worry so much about the tarpaulins over the top of it. On this roof, we're not doing the same as on the other one, which is the transparent one. Here, as the solar panels are going to go on it anyway, it's going to be white, it's going to be fiberglassed, fairing compounded, and then painted with a PU paint. Probably a very whitish color, and then the solar panels will be chucked on top. Imagine, comment below how many watts you think we can get out of this entire roof. I think it's 4 meters wide by 7 meters. 6 meters. Anyway, have a look and let us know how much you think we can get out of wattage from solar panels out of this. I will try and get as close to your answers as possible. Unfortunately, see, it's a very grey sky. It started raining and everything had to be paused for the windows. So there's a blue tarp on the windows right now. So what we've moved on to is actually making a part of the flooring, which is going to be a piece of wood, which will be between the floor planks and the furniture. So when you lift up all the floor planks, it's not going to tear against all the furniture, and it's going to leave a nice little line all the way around. It's also going to go against the plywood walls. So that's what's going to be made now. We have, as you've seen before, made a lot of the floor planks next door. Now we didn't use all of the purple hard planks and we've left a lot raw. So those are going to be used now to make 3 centimeter wide by 3.5 centimeter tall little battens, which are going to go all the way around. I'm going to make 22 meters of it so that we can already start outlining where the furniture is going to go. And that's going to be super cool, because when that's done we can start building the furniture behind this piece of wood, and also we can start cutting the floor planks to the size we need, which go on the other side of this piece of wood. We have made over 20 meters of these now, which is good, which is more than we need. We need exactly 20, so we've got a bit for reserve in case we need more. Now I've just been sanding them over with the orbital sanding machine just to get all the... So here you can see, can you see? There's lots of lines from the grinder in it, and here it's all nice and smooth. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, but that's quite boring. What isn't boring is how we're going to keep the water from coming into our masts, into the deck through them where the mast goes. So I have already cut a really small little disc. Not even a disc, a circle of 1 by 1 centimeter or 2 by 1 centimeter of wood to go around so the water doesn't slip from the deck into the hole. Now we need to make something like a little hat or a skirt that attaches to the mast. So I want that to be loose from the deck or the roof of the superstructure, so the mast is allowed to move a bit without the planks of the deck or the roof actually having to move too much as well, while still keeping it waterproof. Hang in there if you didn't understand what I mean, because Nezo and Diego are busy preparing it right now and cutting it for you. Okay, so bear with me here. This has temporarily been Sika flexed into place to prevent any rain from coming in until we get the standing rigging sorted, so the shrouds, the stays and so on, because this mast might still move. As you can see under it, there's a little ring that I've temporarily Sika flexed onto the deck, and this is the piece that was made that's hollow on the inside, which will only be fastened to the mast. And why do I say only? It will not be fastened to the deck. So what does this allow? It allows for water to not be allowed to drip in due to the seal or the joint on the mast, but it will still be able to move. The mast still has a bit of freedom without the deck moving because it's fastened down below on the keelson. This also allows the water that runs from the top under here to escape through the bottom and not enter the hole thanks to this little ring here. Comment below if you think this is a good idea or if it's just something that's never going to work. I'm willing to try it. There's one of these on both masts, and later when all the standing rigging's done, this will look a lot cleaner, don't worry. All the windows, the window frames have been dry fitted in place, cut, pre-drilled and everything. So now all I've had to do is make some epoxy mixed with aerosol, which is kind of a fiberglass dust, I think, and some sawdust to make it look the same color. Now we're going to glue them all in place. Are those windows finished now? Oh yeah, they look quite finished. However, that won't be fitting in this episode. That's going to be for in the future. And of course our patrons know that because they know exactly what happens every single week. So if you're curious, head over to Patron so you can see what happens on our boat real time, live, from week to week. And also thank you so much to everyone who is a patron. Your support is helping us so much with every single piece of wood, epoxy, glue, nail, screw, tool, plaster, band-aid, anything on this boat. Thank you so much. P. What in this small shot is a spoiler for everyone on YouTube right now? Say one thing. That.
The 3D on the wall.
3D on the wall?
Yeah.
Can I show the other ones? Very quickly without showing our journey there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all you're getting for now because we can't show anymore. As you can see, by becoming our patron, you not only get our forever gratitude, but you also get access to all the up-to-date information of the rebuild, such as real-time updates and weekly summaries. If you'd like to be an early bird as well, you can join our supportive crew right now, starting from tiers as small as $2. That being said, we are happy to welcome our new patrons Jim, Chuck, Ray, also Kevin and Jonathan for the PayPal donation, and Wiley and Sharon and Joseph for the super thanks. You guys are making a huge difference in our rebuild, and we will never forget your support. Thank you all for watching, and until next Sunday,